And country music star and diabetic George Canyon is here to raise awareness about diabetes. Welcome back to Good Morning America Health. I'm Tanya Rivero. Millions of Americans suffer from diabetes, a chronic condition that can severely impact our health. This November, in recognition of National Diabetes Month, country singer George Canyon is teaming up with the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation to raise awareness of the disease. He's releasing his song, I Believe in Angels, for download in the U.S., with proceeds going to fund diabetes research. And George Canyon is here with us now, along with Dr. Karin Heienberger of the JDRF, to tell us more. Thanks to both of you for being here today.
It's a pleasure.
George, I'm going to start with you. You have a personal story about diabetes, correct?
Yeah, I've been diabetic for 26 years. I got diabetes when I was 14 years old, and I had enough stuff going on at 14 that diabetes just didn't help. And I wanted to be in the Air Force. I wanted to be an Air Force pilot, and all my dreams were taken away. So that disease really kind of crippled me to an extent, but I decided to do something about it. And a long, long story later, I'm very blessed in the music business, and I'm trying to meet with kids and the parents, and especially the kids with type 1 diabetes, to get the word out that control your diabetes, live your dreams.
And so now you have it obviously under control. You have this amazingly successful career as a musician, but you do tour a lot. You're on the road. How do you manage it on the road? I
remember the first part. I've been on the road for almost 21 years, and it was tough. And then 4.5 years ago, I went on the Animas insulin pump, which is always right, actually, on my side, always connected to me. And it gave me back the freedoms that I remember when I was 13. And it made my life so much easier. And now there are days where I actually forget I'm diabetic. It's unbelievable.
That's great. That's so great. And Dr. Heienberger, tell us exactly, what is type 1 diabetes? What happens to the body?
So type 1 diabetes is a chronic disease, and it's autoimmune. So that means that the body itself, the immune system, attacks the pancreas. And the pancreas is the organ that produces insulin. Insulin is required for all of us to survive. What insulin does is that it helps the glucose to be converted into energy in the body.
And what would the symptoms of type 1 diabetes look like?
So the symptoms can be sometimes hard to recognize. They're flu-like symptoms. And in children especially, if you see something like a flu-like symptoms persist, you want to take your child to the doctor. These symptoms are decreased, so weight loss, more frequent urination, thirst, and tired. The child is very, very tired and fatigued.
Is there a genetic component to type 1 diabetes?
So type 1 diabetes, we still don't know the real cause of the disease, but there is a genetic component, and there's also an environmental component to it.
And it can be obviously managed, right? That is, I guess, the major message here that we want to get out to young people and to everyone. It can be managed. You yourself had diabetes, and tell us how you beat it.
Well, I've had diabetes for 21 years, and I've been on insulin for that entire period, because insulin is the therapy for type 1 diabetes. There still is no other therapy that we can provide to people with the disease, but insulin has changed over the years. It was discovered in 1921, and now we have devices such as the pump and much better insulins that we can use. We also have better ways of measuring the sugar that we need to do. In my personal case, I was fortunate enough. At the same time, I had a very severe case of type 1 diabetes, so that I had to go through a pancreas transplant. But now,
how common is a pancreas transplant? Is that on the rise?
That is still very, very limited.
Okay.
So it's not increasing. And we at JDRF, we're trying to continue to do more research so that we can provide options.
And George, how is the insulin working for you? It's fine.
Works great.
Have you noticed?
Keeps me going.
Yeah, absolutely. And have you noticed an advancement? Like you said, you've had it since you were 14.
The refinement of insulin has been unbelievable. My grandmother had type 1 diabetes.
Ah, she did.
I remember as a little kid, and she was a wonderful baker. She'd bake pies, as you can tell, good pies. And so she would never eat any of it, of course, because back then, you know, she didn't even get to test her sugar. It was all urinology back then.
Oh,
So
my goodness.
diabetes, the treatment, and it's so important for society and for kids with type 1 diabetes. We got to teach the rest of the world we're a different type of type 1 diabetic now.
Absolutely.
We are strong, and we are taking care of ourselves, and you know,
Look
we can
at
do
you.
anything.
And speaking of, I understand that you have a beautiful song, I Believe in Angels,
Yeah,
which was
it's,
written about your children.
It's all about my kids. It was I was very blessed as in Canada. It was a big hit for me, and it kind of got adopted by the type 1 diabetic community because it talks about being, as a kid, being anybody you want to be. And as a type 1 diabetic kid, I was told what I couldn't be. And that was terrible.
Going to
so
play the song for us, and
we
all
are.
the proceeds of the U.S. downloads are going to the Juvenile Diabetic Foundation.
Yeah, just go to georgecanyon.com/JDRFUSA
Wonderful.
and download it for free.
Take it away.
Stubbed my toe on a G.I. Joe, tripping over toys this morning. My little blue-eyed girl with the yellow curls said, "I love you, Daddy," without a warning. Yeah, and they both think I'm Superman, 'cause I can crush a Dr. Pepper can easy. But I can be a teddy bear when they get scared, 'cause they both need me. Watch them sleep, how could anyone say there's no heaven, there's no way? 'Cause I believe in angels. With every breath that I breathe, I believe in angels, oh yeah. 'Cause my angels believe